You are completely alone. And at the same time, you are connected to everything that is. And think about it for a second, right? As soon as you say I, everything else is not I, right? Other things. Res aliae in Latin, where we get the word reality. So it's I and reality. And I is somewhat the loneliest word there is, right? Because suddenly when you say I, everything else is not I. But at the same time, you're not separate from anything, right? If you think about it, like between my hands and you right now, but between the camera, there's not nothing, right? Air is not nothing. We're constantly connected to a whole bunch of things around us, right? And it's actually kind of hard to tell where my hand ends and starts and where air begins and starts, right? It's actually kind of really difficult to tell, right? So at the same time, while I'm on the one hand alone, I'm also connected to everything there is. Even right now, my voice is creating sound waves that are rippling out and they're changing the whole world, right? Because you're always creating ripples for you merely being here, for the electromagnetic radiation around your body, around the electrical systems and electrical currents that are flowing through you, right? So you're always affecting everything around you, and you are indeed connected to everything around you. While, of course, when you say I, you are completely alone. And this is a paradox that we get to hold on the level of relational intelligence, that both is true, that I am separate because I have to be separate in order to have an experience, right? Without a separation, right? Without, doing that, there would be no experience, right? Because all experience happens in relationship. But if I want to have a relationship, what do I have to do first? I have to separate myself. So I have to go through the abyss of I, through the loneliness of I, in order to actually be consciously related. Because otherwise, we're just going to, intoxicate ourselves or get lost in erotic entanglements or conform to what the people around us are expecting of us to do so that we have a sense of belonging. But, paradoxically, as Eric Fromm said, the ability to love requires the ability to be alone first, right? Because then I can be in conscious relationship. So embrace the paradox today between I and everything else, between being alone and being completely connected. It's a paradox of interdependence, because we're all here ultimately together, alone together.